What rich people foods actually aren't very good? Gold flakes. I'm not sure if gold actually tastes like anything, but can't begin to understand why rich people need gold flakes on their food. Shark fin soup is not very good. The fin is super gummy and doesn't add much flavor. Most of the flavor comes from other things in it. Almost everything that is very expensive apart from gold leaves is incredibly good in its true form. A really good Perigord truffle, really good caviar. These things are being used for money making, because the real deal stuff is just that effing good. Unfortunately, foie gras de canardoy entier is amongst the most delicious things that exist. I don't consume it, but I hope that one of the many startups trying will succeed in replicating it without animal cruelty. I'm not sure if this counts, but placenta. Gold leaf. It doesn't taste like anything, it's just there so you can brag about it. I once had a fancy baguette that had like a billion adjectives and was expensive, not sports car and mansion, but much more expensive than regular bread, and it tasted like a heavier dough bread that maybe had some butter mixed in. Lots of foie gras hate in here, but I had it on a splurge at a high-end market in Paris, Fauchon I believe. You could buy it by the mg like it was drugs. I bought 20 euros worth 2010-ish, and it came with some bread. The amount appeared to be about 2 tablespoons to me USA. I spread it on toast, and it was like the richest, smoothest butter with an amazing mouthfeel and nuttiness. That was my introduction to foie gras, and I've never had one that's even close since. I also wouldn't rush to spend that much on minimal food again, but if I was rich and lived in Paris, I'd have it every Friday matched with wine. It was heavenly. Johnny Walker Blue Label tastes and goes down like any other decent whiskey. Beluga caviar comes from the Caspian Sea, bordered on all sides by industrial powers not known for their environmental stewardship or willingness to comply with international standards or really even challenge malfeasance and corruption. If that shit isn't full of heavy metals and industrial toxins, it'll be pure frigging luck. Edit. As several people have pointed out, wild beluga caviar is pretty much gone from the legitimate global market. Anything you're likely to encounter these days is going to be farmed. Goose liver? Fish eggs? Where's the goose? Where's the fish? Wagyu tartare is not where it's at. It's like eating beefy mayonnaise. Caviar is just Orbeez filled with salt water. Caviar. Way too salty for me. I don't know this firsthand, and I don't intend to ever find out, but it is commonly related by the people that do that shark fin doesn't really taste like anything at all, and has a texture that's mildly rubbery at best and tends more towards unpleasantly squishy or crunchy, which can describe many other foods. So the people who go in for it are apparently doing so primarily because they want to have the fins while the sharks don't. I would, at least, understand if it was delicious. I am forever tormented by my inability to taste roasted elephant heart, which is apparently amazing, because I don't condone killing elephants for my personal whims and don't see calling a zoo to ask if I can snag them choice cuts when they have an elephant die being a productive, or pleasant, conversation. But I want that because I hear that it's friggin' tasty, not because I would feel very cool eating it. 1,000 bottle of wine tastes as good as a 30-50 bottle. One of the worst wines I ever had was $450 for the bottle. My friend's dad is very rich and has bought many bottles of wine for him. Lobster is severely overrated. Give me crab legs or shrimp any day. Caviar, just salty and gross. Arugula. I'm an organic produce farmer and I sell a shit ton of arugula to rich people. And only rich people for over 20 a pound. It tastes like peppery assholes. Like a llama's dirty booty hole with some pepper on it. Like a lizard's dick. It's just awful. I don't get it. I think rich people just like saying arugula. I'm going with lobster thermidor. I don't enjoy the combination of lobster and cheese. I've never actually liked anything I had with truffle added. I've had a few different oils and salts, and it all just buried the other flavors of my food and left a taste sort of like how mud smells on it.